In this week's Canna-Science Digest, PEA for making you smarter, PEA for the brain fog of COVID, and cannabinoids for sleep. I'm Lex Pelger. I do Canna Education for CVResearch, the makers of Plus CBD, whose excellent CBD and THC products are shipping to you anywhere in the US. On the cannabinoids, ask me anything. Do you want to be the smartest person in the room? Do you want to memorize pi to a few hundred digits? Cognition got you down? Try PEA. I should be writing for used car lots. This study is a gem because, unlike most, it's not looking at fighting disease. This is using PEA for the improvement of memory and for cognition. And if you don't know PEA, it was a molecule that was first found in egg yolks during World War II because researchers realized that it was helping kids to not get sick and to boost their immune system. But then we realized after decades of research that PEA is an endocannabinoid-like molecule produced all over our brains and on pretty much every cell in our body that helps to regulate the immune system and also to regulate genetic transcription. Basically, it turns on and off genes related to inflammation and has an incredibly safe safety profile. So in this study, they took 39 healthy participants, and it was a double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover trial, which means that the people tried both the placebo and the active ingredient without knowing which one they were getting. The participants were given 700 milligrams of PEA per day for 6 weeks. At the end of that time, the ones taking the PEA scored significantly higher on the memory portions of their exams. In addition, their blood had significantly higher levels of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is a key brain growth protein as well as an important molecule related to brain plasticity. As the researchers stated, these findings lay the foundations for formulated PEA, Levagen Plus, to be considered an effective nootropic supplement that can be used by populations to support academic study and by the wider general public to improve cognition. PEA for your big, beautiful brain. By the way, to see all the research that's ever been done on PEA, I collected it all here at the CVResearch.info site for you. The next study is a preprint about people with brain fog from long COVID using a combination of PEA and the flavonoid luteolin, which it is commonly paired with. This was a retrospective cohort study, which means that they compared people with the brain fog who were taking that drug combination versus similar people who were not taking it. The researchers found that the people taking the PEA plus luteolin showed significant improvements, especially in their memory and cognition scores. Their fatigue scores also improved, but it wasn't to the level of statistical significance. And from the patients themselves, out of the 26 people, 16 reported a reduction of their symptoms, 5 reported a complete remission, 4 reported they remained stable, and only 1 reported worsening conditions. Plus, intriguingly, the people who were taking the PEA plus luteolin, as well as corticosteroids, did no better than the people who were taking PEA and luteolin without the corticosteroids. The researchers guess that the reason this might be helping is because PEA and luteolin are a powerhouse against inflammation, and long COVID is also seen to be a neuroinflammation disorder. Finally, another gift from the UK Medical Cannabis Registry, which is an excellent source of getting new data about how people are using cannabis in the real world in the UK. In this case, they were looking at insomnia, and they had 61 people come in complaining of insomnia who got prescribed either THC oil or CBD oil or THC flower or CBD flower or a mixture of those. Overall, about half the participants saw clinically significant improvements on their sleep quality scale, their generalized anxiety disorder scores, and or their quality of life scores, which is the EQ5D5L test covering mobility, self-care, usual activities, pain, discomfort, and anxiety, depression. So a bunch of different ways to measure it, but in general, about half the people said this was helping with their sleep. This lines up with what you generally hear out there. While cannabinoids don't help everybody with their sleep, for a large subset, they make a game-changing difference. And luckily, CV Sciences has a sleep gummies that are quite good, and they also have, in addition to the full-spectrum hemp extract, they have CBN and melatonin to help you have a good night's rest.